what do you call it? We're gonna have a very interactive session this morning. So feel free to participate in chat room, and also if there is something that you have so-called what do you call it, questions, clarifications, please ask. So today, it's gonna be a relaxed session, interactive but relaxed, because we're gonna highlight, focus our times on a single product called MAGNECALD. Now, this product is very popular among our so-called our associates, partly because it is part of a product that people always recommend alongside Essentials, Biomega, or flavonocoquinone. It is the basis of many so-called health packages that we have in USANA. So we're going to have an hour, in fact, this evening here in Salt Lake City to go through about this. So I would invite, allude everyone to so-called participate in the chat room. I will send some links through the chat room as well. What I mean by that is that when I mention something that is relevant to the presentation for further reading, I'm going to share it inside the chat room as well. So I hope you like my background, ladies and gentlemen. Just a secret recipe, if I may use the word recipe. So the way I keep myself relaxed is by doing a lot of so-called things that could, I hope, that could reduce or neutralize my free radicals production. And one of it will be, of course, doing mathematics, reading, and watching anime. Anime is always my favorite pastime activities. Likewise, I wonder how many of you were here last time when I gave the presentation on I believe it's essential for the Philippines. I did mention something that I hope everyone practice and cultivate a habit, is that, hey, my friends, during your free time, if you have the free time on hands, please read the product labels. Like I said, product labels is actually like a storybook. And if your business had already expanded to a lot of different countries in Southeast Asia or even North America, as you go through the labels, you're going to have a lot of stories where you can tell. And I like to use some different kind of approach today. So we have a full hour on MAGNECALD. So I'm going to share my screen a lot, and I'm going to jump from slides to certain websites. So I know when using Zoom, sometimes when I share this, the screen, it doesn't really show what I'm looking at in front of me. So I hope that you can tell me in my chat room if, let's say, for example, right now you're seeing my video talking. When I share my slides, if you see the slides, if I'm talking, I'm droning on. If you see that, hey, what Kenny is showing is not really what he's talking about, please let me know in the comment, okay? And say hi to me, please, because the comment section is so quiet, okay? See, I know while you cannot see the chat section, I can see everyone's interaction here. And right now we have about 170 people. Good morning, everyone, wherever you are. Thank you. Oh, by the way, Meryl, if I may, I hope that the presentation is being recorded so that you can send me for my own referencing sake. Thank you, everyone. Good morning. So I'm going to firstly share about...
Recording in progress.
Thank you. I heard recording in progress already. I'm going to share my slides. Can everyone see my slides right now? All right. Thank you so much for being the first one, Joyce. Thank you. So I'm going to talk about MAGNECALD. You know what is it about? Problem is there's so many there's so many calcium supplements out there that makes it a little bit a tad difficult to really highlight the product features and benefits. So I want everyone here to know exactly what makes us unique, what makes us stand out from the crowd, and what makes this product a must for everyone to take in their in their daily regime. Now I know this product sometimes it is included in your auto order, but sometimes we drop it off, right? So it is common, it's in human nature. We drop it off, and we are supposed to take 4 tablets a day, every day, including weekends. That's my catchphrase. Every day, including weekends. All right. So 4 tablets a day. Sometimes very diligent, very disciplined people, they do take that. But sometimes because of overtime, we don't take that. That is fine. But allow me to tell you why it is so important. You may know the benefits of calcium. You may know the benefits of magnesium. You may also know the benefits of vitamin D. But again, when you combine them all together in a single product, it makes a whole lot of difference. Because if you go out there, when you go to a pharmacy, a retailer, or any shopping mall that sells supplements, and if you happen to pass by the bone health section, calcium supplement product section, just take and look at product labels. You find a lot of stories behind those labels. Why? Because the dosage provided, how committed they are in manufacturing the products, how safe they are in the long run. All these easy to promote, it's easy to recommend, and calcium is needed by everyone, every single adult here that are attending my training. But what makes it so difficult sometimes is that people forget because they assume they had enough. They forget to take because they assume this is not important. Well, I must tell you, as a scientist, as a nutritionist, calcium, magnesium, vitamin D is important. Problem is that you can say, I have brittle bones because of my old age, because of my my calcium intake from diet. I may have brittle bones. Okay, that is half of the story. How would you know, if I may ask, how would you know if your body is lacking vitamin D? Without a serum, without blood test, it is pretty hard to know that you're lacking vitamin D. And you'll be surprised that you may think, I live in a tropical, near the equator. I should be getting enough sunshine, right? So my vitamin D should be enough. That is a common misconception that many of us have. And you'll be surprised that many of us, when they do the blood test, they're lacking vitamin D. What is vitamin D used for? Vitamin D is used for helping the absorption of calcium into your bones. The utilization of calcium to help build strong bones. So all in all, I want everyone to know the main objective or the main concept I'm trying to deliver here is to cast a safety net. A safety net for everyone to ensure that, yes, they have all the so-called necessary vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients, plant nutrients. And the best way you can get it is to get a premium quality supplements like Cell Essentials. Cell Essentials in the Philippines, Cell Essentials in Singapore, Cell Essentials in Malaysia, Cell Essentials US, Canada. So take that and complement your Cell Essentials with active calcium. So I hope everyone, whether you're using laptop, iPad, tablet, or your cell phone, if you can open a chat room, that's good. But if you could not, okay, if you miss out the link that I'm going to share later throughout my presentation, please ask from your group members, okay? I insist that you get a link. I implore you get a link, save it, refer it during your free time, so that when it comes to challenges to calcium, you are well-guarded, you are well-equipped with the relevant information. Hence my training. Kenny's training is always something that I want you to really go back, refer to, easy to digest. So if I lay out the simple thing, why do you need calcium? Why is calcium so important? You may say, calcium is the most abundant mineral in the body. All right. So you can say, oh, my friend, I can get calcium from my diet. I can get it from my meat. That's a strange example, but okay, I'll accept it. So what else you can get calcium? The classic example, milk product, dairy products. My friend, this point has been mentioned each time when I conduct my training, particularly during my time in Singapore last time, when I did my calcium and MAGNECALD, that last time it was called active calcium training. I will tell you, yes, dairy products may give you a source of calcium, but how much is being taken into your body may not give you a full picture how much is being absorbed. Again, how much is taken into your body does not give you a clear picture how much is being absorbed. Do you understand, everyone? What you in your body may not be utilized, absorbed, assimilate fully. There are a lot of factors to affect how those are being how those minerals, those nutrients are being used in your body. And one example from calcium, you are actually giving yourself a double-edged sword. In that sense, calcium from dairy product, yes, it has calcium, but dairy product also give you protein. Protein and calcium, they kind of antagonize. Layman word, they kind of fight with each other. So a product that is rich in calcium, and yes, at the same time, maybe also rich in protein, they may result in an antagonized situation, whereby the protein that you take, the calcium that you take may not be absorbed that much. This is the first thing you must know. People always say, I can get my calcium from milk, from dairy product. My friends, those are all old concept. I don't like to use the word old because people may think that it's old, but it's true. Yeah, it's true, but science is ever changing. Science kept changing. Science keeps changing. And we have to look at newer evidences, right? When new evidences pointed out to the pointers that, hey, if you want to absorb calcium, take it in certain form, complement it with vitamin D and magnesium, so the absorption would be better. And then when you go out to buy supplements, there's so many supplements out there that also contains vitamin D and magnesium. Right? So you will say, no need buy USANA. Why? Oh, USANA expensive. Okay, what else? USANA network marketing. Each time, the reasons gave does not really fall back to the main question, why someone would not choose USANA. Just because you have negative connotation or regards to network marketing, just because you think that all supplements are created equal, then you are shortchanging your health. Not shortchanging your knowledge, but shortchanging your health. Not all supplements are created equal. I'm a proud representative of USANA. Everywhere I go when I talk about USANA, I can sit down and present fact to you. It's a discussion, not an argument. So when you say USANA, right, sometimes people give you pointers, right? Give you things that may not sit so well with you. Don't get angry. When you get angry, why? Free radicals production. Free radical production. You didn't push the product. You didn't You didn't close the sales, and yet you're harming yourselves. What's the point? Doing USANA should be happy. Promoting USANA must be happy. So promoting calcium alongside with substantials, biomega should be a healthy, happy affair. So right now, this is why today we're going to learn why calcium is important and why USANA MAGNECALD is one of the best products you can get. And hence the name, I always joke, we call it MAGNECALD because we want everyone to emphasize, to know when you mention it out, when you say it out, it's called MAGNECALD because magnesium is, that's a mouthful to pronounce. So I'm going to stop share right now. I'm going to move to a source that I want to share with you. Source as in external pointers that I wanted to share. And I hope you can see my screen here later, right? Can you see my screen, ladies and gentlemen? Give me some pointers in the chat. Let me see if I can open the chat again. Okay, yes, thank you so much. Now, everyone, I'm gonna share the link for you. This is the page that I always used to share. I don't care whether it is your first time, second time, or up-teen time already that you attended this presentation. I'm going to expand your knowledge. I'm going to expand your vision. I'm going to expand your vocabulary in that sense. When we all say USANA is one of the best supplement manufacturers in the world because we have highest quality product, true, check. We manufacture our own product, check. Then people will ask, why do you manufacture your own product? Why don't you sub it out? Why don't you go to give it to other contractor? Our corporate answer is actually very simple. And you'll be surprised when you know the answer. The answer is very simple. Because when we give to third-party manufacturer or third-party, supplier or whatever that is in that sense, they can't keep up with our standard. I repeat, they cannot keep up with the standards that we want. That's why we choose to manufacture it. And again, kudos, respect to Dr. Wen, right? As early as in the 90s, he had a vision. He had a vision to produce the safest, best supplements out there. And what is best? What is the best way to do so? Then controlling it all by yourself. You nurture them along the way. So I'm going to expand your vocabulary today in the sense that next time when you talk about USANA is the best company, one of the best company out there, we promote one of the best supplements out there, we manufacture products. Expand it by saying, not only, can you see my cursor, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the comment, please. Okay, when you see the cursor, not only we manufacture a product, we did analysis in-house, we label the product in-house, we pack the product in-house, and we repack the product in-house. And I said it with a strong dose of energy. Not only we manufacture, we pack, we analyze, we repack, We label it in-house. In-house. So when I visited, I'll tell you this because we manufacture our products. We have been saying that so many times already, maybe up to 1,000 times for certain leaders, certain associates, certain distributors. Next time when you go out and share, not only we manufacture, our establishment is big enough, complete enough to analyze, label, pack, and repack. Again, analyze, label, pack, and repack. ALPP. Acronym ALPP. Analyze, label, pack, ALPR, my apology, and repack. Yep. I can use the word lab. It's the word lab. Mnemonics. Label, analyze, repack, pack, and of course, manufacture. Hey, my friend, you got a link already, right? I paste the link already. Okay, I paste the link already. Go and save the link. Hey, you search here. Next time you search which other company that is a registered FDA facility, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. I tried many times already when I did this, right? Can I go back? This is the website. This is the web page I'm going to share now, where you can put in whatever things that you want here. What do you want to put in? You can put. Of course, I don't want to put it because I don't want to give you the connotation whereby, oh, this is not good. But you have the free time to do it yourself, okay? You will be surprised that so many companies, first and foremost, even if they are a registered FDA facility, they may not be well equipped to lab, to label, analyze, repack, and pack. Make sense or not, my friend? So you are well guarded. Just from the birth of the product, the birth of the tablet itself, you are well guarded. You are given a product that one of the highest, quality ever. Okay? Yes, please save the link, share it to your prospect. Because many times they say, we are a US company. Are you registered with FDA? Yes, we are. This is the proof. Go into this link, type in a name here, proof. If I type Mary, what can I find? Sorry, no record. If I type Ken, what can I find? Sorry, also no record. But if I type USANA, confirm you have the record. Okay? I don't want to type competitors company. Okay? I don't want to type, drug company. Okay? If I may, I just wanted you to do this. Just for learning purposes, okay? You may see some of them don't have lab. I'm not saying that they don't have lab means they are bad, no. But USANA, the whole manufacturing plant is in our head office already. So you go out, my friend. This story, if you tell, okay, it kind of opens your mind and say, wow, I know USANA manufacture products, but I didn't know you have all the facilities to make all these. Okay? So back to USANA, I have to tell you something about this story. Because when I first visited USANA head office, home office, I visited the manufacturing plant. I saw there's a bunch, like a big, I have this, okay? But I took it just near my closet. What is this? What is this? Toilet paper, right? When I went to USANA, the first time I saw a whole bunch of roll like this, like toilet paper, but it is labeled. A label. If I remember correctly, it's orange. It is kind of like BioMega label sitting on a small desk alone in the corner. So I was visiting the plant, and I say, I kind of like doing the conclusion myself. And I asked the tour guide, the gentleman who brought me along the plant, and I say, wow. I say, there must be a label. And then he said, yeah, there's a label. I said, why is it sitting there? Oh, it is unused. There's a printed error on the label. So it's a whole big chunk of roll label sitting there. So I asked, big chunk of wrongly printed label. Are you guys going to send it to recycle? The answer actually blew me away. He said, no, we have to destroy it. I said, why? Isn't that not so green to the earth, green to the planet? I was having the kind of mindset at the time. So I said, why must you destroy it? Why can't you recycle it? He said, Well, the reason is very simple, Kenny. And I remember the word, the points, the answers given to this day, to this day. This is very simple. We don't want the label. If we send it to a recycling plant or send it to a third party that collects all the junk, the waste, we don't want the label to fall into the wrong hands. As in, we rather destroy it rather than give it to the wrong hands. And people take the label, example, take the label, tear the label, and stick on the product, and then imitate the product as USANA products. Do you know the repercussion of that? If that product goes to the market and people buy it, just as in you're buying a products from third-party platform, unauthorized platform, it may carry USANA label, but is it manufactured and labbed in USANA home office and then exported? Here's the answer you need to, here's the question you need to ask yourself. Well, the product is cheaper, 20, 30% cheaper, right? But no lab. What you get may be a compromised quality product. Product is not safe. You want to take USANA every day. What if you have a team or big team, okay, big team, we have a team member of, let's say, 500 downlines, then suddenly you eat those, what do you call it, unsafe product, and then you pass away. Then the downline will ask, what happened to upline? Why did he or she pass away? Oh, because take USANA. Huh? Take USANA until die? Who? You understand the repercussion? I say in a very comedic manner, in a very jokingly manner, but you understand the repercussion, right? So you insist on authentic quality, okay? Products from the Philippines, product from Southeast Asia, as they are all manufactured at home office, we can control the quality. And next, I want to share the link. Again, I'm going to stop sharing right now. And if you cannot see, let me know again, okay? Give me just a second. Let me open a web page. Okay, I got it. The link. Let me copy the link already. Okay, go to the chat room and I'm going to send you the link right now. Chat room. Everyone here. Send to everyone. Okay, can you see the link? This is the reference, recommended daily nutrients reference intake for the Philippines. Well, the number is actually very, conservative number, but give or take, it represents a number that is usually recommended to our consumers in Asia, whereby 600, 1,000 to some goes slightly higher than 1,000. That's a recommended intake of calcium in a day. So keep in your mind, how much calcium you need a day? According to the chart, to the link that I gave you, 600 for the Philippines, up to 1,000, 1,002 for different markets. So here's a question. Here's your daily average, recommended intake of daily intake of calcium. Now, how are you sure? How are you supposed to be sure that you're getting this amount if you are not taking a good quality supplement that give you the precise amount printed on the label? Well, you can say I drink a lot of milk, I drink a lot of dairy products, right? Then how much calcium are actually being up to my drink milk? I can see on the label, this is a milk that I buy from shopping mall, Walmart, Target, or whatever retailers. I can see it. But what if you're taking milk, you pour it out, and just drink it in a glass? You can have a very rough idea. Yes, rough idea. So in the long run, that is why a lot of people, after they reach a certain age, 35 and above, their bones are not strong and not dense. And even that only occurs when they go for a body checkup, right? A specific body checkup. You go for body checkup, you check for your lipid profile, you go for your markers, cancer tumor markers. But if you are going for a bone density checkup, either you're really very good in self-awareness or something is wrong. That's why you need to go for a bone density checkup. Makes sense, right? People don't go for bone density checkup, as and when they wish, or yearly event. So during we have health event last time, a lot of people, when they check their bone density, they were surprised. They say, how come? I take calcium, I drink dairy products, milk, so long, many years. I have weaker bones. My bone density mass is not ideal. And then they will ask me, can I double up the intake of calcium so I can rebuild my bones? My friend, bone density loss do not occur in a day or two, and not even in a 1 year or 2 year. Likewise, if you want to build your bones, not even 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. It takes time. A lot of people very gung-ho, very eager. When they take supplements, essentials, bio-omega calcium, then they go bone set, does it check up, right? The bone is still not ideal. Then they come back and talk to those who recommended the product, maybe your downline, upline, or your sidelines. You say, take USANA calcium for no use. My friend, you take only 1 year, 2 years, or maybe a few months, you expect immediate results. That makes no sense. And try not to do that. If you are a guilty party, try not to do that, because you are giving a lot of free radicals production to the person whom you are talking to. So what's the point, right? Don't harm people. Sometimes I was bombarded with questions, with statements that really makes me creating a lot of unnecessary free radicals. And I hope throughout my chat, throughout my presentation at this stage, you know exactly what I am talking about. You are taking calcium, not any calcium, but USANA calcium that is manufactured and labbed at home office. Please use lab. Please share lab. Okay? If for those who don't understand what is lab, right? I'm gonna name it here: label, analyze. Okay. Impact. Did you get it, everyone? So I hope this benefits you when you go on and share. So I'm gonna go back, share my screen, and go back to my Safari here. Okay, can you see my screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, about quantitative summary for calcium? So I'm going to open up my Zoom here. Okay, yes, a lot of yes. So this is from CRN. I'm going to give you the link too. My friend, I'm going to jump the gun here. I'm going to head to the to the part where I usually share only towards the end of my presentation, because I had enough of people were worried about having too much calcium in your daily diet. Okay, this is a good source that I would like to refer to when it comes to the upper limit of calcium. Before you get enough, please don't worry about getting too much. You see, as I was sharing these pointers, there are a lot of scenarios, that a lot of history that's playing back in my mind. It's because when we talk about product, before they even get the optimal level, they talk about too much. Oh my goodness. It really kills me and pains me. Because how could someone be so binary in the sense that they only jump from one end to the other end? Not enough? Too much. Hey, where's the middle ground? Where's the optimal level? Especially those who are adamant, who are so stubborn to the fact that diet will give you the calcium magnesium you need. Then here's my question to you. Here's another keyword you can use. Hashtag optimal. What's your optimal amount? You talk this, talk that, then you jump to optimal amount. Ladies and gentlemen, calcium is very well studied as a mineral, as a nutrient. Its amount is very well established. How much is how much is too much? It is there in a day. For Council for Responsible Nutrition, UL means upper limit, is 1,500 milligram a day. My friend, how much is the recommended average for our Filipino friends? 600, right? This is 1,500. This is 600 to 1. Our calcium, our high quality calcium help is that we ensure that at the baseline, you touch the point, you save baseline you touch. And this is applicable to formulas from the Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, US, Canada, area, worldwide. We want to help you find the optimal level. Please don't accelerate, jump the gun, talk about too much. Oh my God. Likewise, right, before platinum pace setter, don't talk about diamond, right? Hit PPP first, right? So imagine that I want to join USANA today, and you ask your upline, when can I be diamond? The upline will, of course, will tell you, start with PPP, start with your auto ship, how to manage your own, the own points, right? Likewise, you apply the same logic that some of you are very good in doing business, right? You apply the same logic, okay? Some people, is this acceptable in medical community? As long as you are a science-based person, Council of Responsible Nutrition source, the link that I just gave you, it is a very good source because it, what do you call it? It gathers data from different organizations and then it blends it out to give you a very transparent picture. In that sense, if you want, okay, let me show you the slides again. I know people ask, I have medical friend, I have professor friend. They are very, very, what do you call it? How should I put it? Very careful, very inquisitive. Let me show you the thing, sorry, the acronym. This, what do you call it? The file that I sent you just now, the portion that I showed you just now, okay, it's only the summary. If you read from the first page, okay, it would tell you the benefits of calcium and the different organization, different studies that they gather the data. And then, you see, the study, they reach the conclusion as shown here below. Okay, as shown here below. That's it. A lot of things as shown here below. Okay. Here's the more conservative. Let me say in Chinese. I hope you don't mind. A more conservative amount, 1,500. Hey, some can go up to 3,000 a day for teenagers, 2,500 a day for adults. That's the upper limit. UL, again, upper limit. Other, what do you call that? Other organization, EFSA, it says 2,500, 2,500. Others like EC, it says, I cannot agree on the number, so it's not determined. And if you ask me what is EFSA, here are the acronym. EFSA, where's EFSA acronym? European Food Safety Authority. So it combines different sources, give you that kind of number. So that's why I don't want to give you say, this is the source. Because I know in the chat comment or some among you I have a group of academics, they always want to know more. Okay. Sometimes academics overthink. That is pretty common. Okay. Sometimes we don't have to be so-called overwhelmed. Yes, they are smart people, but we are giving them fact in black and white, not fact that you pick from the air. No, not fact that you hear from a upline or downlines without any referencing source. So again, the PDF, the latest link that I share with you, is the whole page just on calcium alone. I wouldn't talk about other minerals because I don't have time to talk everything, right? So you get that, you show to your your friends, your academic friends. Now here's someone tell me that, hey, certain countries, they have even lower recommendation. Yes, recommended recommended intake is not optimal intake. Following me or not? A good analogy that I want to use is that what you see is what you get from USANA products. And we give you the products that comes with other nutrients and minerals that help in the absorption. We want the best for you. Likewise, you want the best for your team. Okay. Again, what do you call it? Let the problems keep let the questions keep coming in. Some people say we talk about the dosages in USANA Philippines formula, and I'm going to mention a name. I hope you don't mind because this will benefit for everyone. And thank you, Janice. For in fact, you actually shared it to everyone about the dosage of 125 milligram per tablet. I will tell you why we spread it out daily. And again, we're going to fall back to the recommended intake, okay, versus the upper limit. Then you have a clear picture why you need to take up to 4 and why we need to separate the intake timing instead of taking 4 each time. Share screen again. See, I have to jump from here and there. So, you can see my magnesium slides, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me in the chat room, please. Okay, thank you. Magnesium is a good friend of calcium. MC, right? You like to take MC during your working days? MC? How many days of MC you want? For those who don't know what I'm talking about, MC is sick leave. All right, like to take MC, magnesium, calcium. Before you take MC, ask yourself, you take enough MC, magnesium, calcium or not. All right, so here's the thing. When it comes to calcium, it's proven. It's very well established, very well suggested by science, magnesium is important. So I want to read it because I'm not a read along session type of guy. You take picture or you take a note. That's important. I want to share the next side that's important. Vitamin D, sunshine vitamin. Okay. If you look at our calcium, I don't care where you are to now, US, North America, Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, our MAGNECALD came calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, and depending on your country, it may have a few other minerals, okay? Depending on the country. But these three core ingredients must be present. Calcium, magnesium, vitamin D. Lagi senang, in a way I said in Malay, it's even easier to remember, right? When you want to highlight about MAGNECALD, talk about MACD, magnesium, calcium, vitamin D. Yeah, MACD. You know MACD, a lot of people know MACD. Okay, I don't want to mention the brand. Okay, you know you like MACD, right? Pray for MACD sometimes. Tell you a joke. I told you this joke many presentations before. That sometimes I myself, being a human, I also crave for fast food, right? So like I told you before, when I was many years back, before I came to US, I was having MACD, okay, alone during my lunchtime. So associates came in, they saw me eating MACD, and then she shouted very loud, ayo, she said, verbatim, ayo, nutritionists also eat MACD, very loud. Everyone in MACD stares at me. I was like, the burger like this, halfway, cannot go into my mouth. Ayo, nutritionists also eat MACD. I was thinking to myself, nutritionist scientists cannot eat MACD, man. Right. So next time when you see me eating MACD, you know me, don't shout, yo, USANA scientists also eat MACD. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Please. Okay. I don't know what to say. Yeah, can, right? Who say cannot? Tell me in the chat room. Who say scientists cannot eat fast food once in a while? I try to limit myself. Okay? So you know MACD, magnesium, calcium, vitamin D. Next time you go to compare product, don't compare price, don't compare whether it's network marketing or not, MLM or not. See got MACD or not. If no MACD, the calcium you eat, yes, you have calcium, but the absorption may not be optimal. And another point, go to look for competitors' product. You compare third-party brand, you compare MACD already. The next step, you should compare the ratio. After MACD, sorry, I want to go to the chat room. After MACD, you compare the ratio. Okay, what is ratio? 1-to-1. I like this, you know. As I typed Rizal alone. Okay, I'm gonna change it to everyone. MACD plus R. A formula, like the mathematical formula, right? No, I just want everyone to easily remember. We talk about LARP just now, and then MACD plus R. R for ratio, not Rolando, not Dr. Rolando. Okay. I wonder if my Dr. Rolando is inside the training or not. Yes, R for ratio. R equals ratio. Okay. Not Rolando. Okay, I must I put it in my chat room? It's obvious, right? Okay. 1-to-1 ratio. Why? Because 1-to-1 ratio is the best ratio right now we feel. Because let me hold on first. You may think this is not what I heard years ago. Yeah, that's a keyword years ago. Science is ever changing. We need to fall back to not only the latest, not only the current, but must be safe one. Sometimes the latest one, the most recently one, may not be the safest one. Agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment. The latest one may not be the best one. We must have an established background, established science to go into it. Okay? And then we talk about C again. Okay? After we talk about magnesium, calcium, vitamin D, plus R, right? Then you have C again. What's this C? From citrate to carbonate. Last time, if you're old timers like me in USANA, we give product called active calcium, right? One of the common feedbacks, not only you have to take 4 tablets a day, which is too much. They will say 4 tablets a day. It's hard to swallow. I'm sorry. Look at the slide. It is so laggish. Okay. Here, yeah. Let me annotate a bit. Okay, from citrate to carbonate. Our former form, active calcium, comes in carbonate form. Okay, carbonate form. Carbonate form has less calcium per per that form, in the sense that we change it to citrate so that we have more calcium in the citrate form, so that we can give you a smaller tablet. Are you following me, ladies and gentlemen? We don't want you to fall back to the old sayings. Too big, cannot swallow. Right? Sometimes I say, yeah, our tablet is sometimes it's big, maybe too big for your throat, you cannot swallow. But how come junk food is bigger, you can swallow it? Huh? How come junk food, your favorite food, may come in bigger cube form or cubicle form, which is bigger, but you can swallow? Makes no sense, right? Mindset, my friend. So the newer one, if you are joined, let's say you join USANA after we launch MAGNECALD, you are lucky because the tablet is much smaller. I don't have the pictures to show you because I tried, when I did the presentation, I tried to find samples for in the past active calcium, but no, unfortunately, we don't keep that sample. Even if we have the sample, it will be long expired already. So, but if you know now, the citrate form is actually much smaller than what we have in active calcium in the past. So we want you to know that it's no longer an excuse not to be able to swallow. Now, if you really cannot swallow, break into half, break into half, swallow. Hey, our tablets, it's very easy to be broken into half, you know. Why? Because you use plant-based binders. We are not using those binders or extra coating of colorings to give you a pleasing cosmetic look. No, we don't have to give it makeup. Like some tablets you see were very nice color, very vibrant, very attractive to children, to consumers. Those are makeup. Makeup material. What's the point? Right? We want to give you plant-based binder so that yes, a lot of people in the talk. Let me see. Christina, if I can mention your name, Christina. Some say it helps in the dissolution. Yeah, our product met USB standard can dissolve in water. So if worst case scenario, you are someone that totally cannot swallow, okay, you crush it with spoon or with some tools, you crush it, you take it. It is better than zero intake, right? You say, oh, if too big, I don't want to take it. Okay, then what are your other choices? Either you choose not to take our MAGNECALD, or you go and buy other brand, or you're going to buy liquid form of calcium. Hey, liquid form of calcium supplement, they have a lot of additive, they have a lot of unnecessary products to make the products palatable and edible. So if you don't want it, yeah, people ask me, MAGNECALD chewable. I cannot say for sure that when or whether you're going to get MAGNECALD chewable or not. But if you look at chewable form and the swallow immediately form, the tablet form usually will be able to give you a more concentrated dose. Right? If you want convenient, if you want extra flavoring, right? Then you need to compromise a little bit. Or some even tell me, well, you buy from third-party platform, you need to buy the tablet crusher. Yeah, you need to buy the tablet crusher, my friend, because you can't swallow. But actually, my friend, the size is very small already. Okay, now give me a second. I lost my cursor. I'm gonna exit my annotation right now. You still see my screen with those citrate and carbonate being highlighted, right? Okay, I'm gonna clear it because I cannot go to the other one before clearing my annotate. Okay, it's still there. Here's some my vision, huh? Okay, next we have vitamin D. MACD, vitamin D, which contributes to normal absorption. And the Philippines formula have silicon and boron, which is also important for bone health and also helps in the absorption. So MACD, you know already, this is the summarization of MACD. Then at the end of the presentation, I have the breakdown why you should recommend to certain group and why it makes a difference. Here's a funny story. Why is it story? Because when you read that label, and in this case, the Philippines label, you are talking about the precise science, the careful considerations, and how much effort is given into USANA products. A product that is as simple as MAGNECALD. Why I use simple? Because it doesn't have a whole bunch of ingredients like substantials. It is not a multivitamin formula. It is a product that is precise. We know whom are we targeting. So if you look at this red box here, we are already starting to give you, since the launch of MAGNECALD, a precise 1-to-1 ratio. And just now in my chat session, right, people ask me, hey, did you see that? Can you see my cursor? Take 4 a day, preferably with meals. Now, calcium supplements, or the form of calcium, citrate or carbonate in that sense, if you take calcium on empty stomachs, the absorption may not be so good. Less than ideal, less optimal. And here's the catch, my friend. How much you should take a day is 4 tablets, right? And we do a simple math here. And for those who want to know the simple math, it's easy. You can check the chat room. We have 125 times 4. We get how much? 500. We don't take 4 a day. I'm sorry, we don't take 4 at once. Do 2. We separate the amount in hope that if you take 2 a day, 2 each time, again, I have to so commonly say 2 a day, but 2 each time, you get 250. 250. And that's times 2. If you break out the intake, ladies and gentlemen, the absorption will be better. Okay, I read the studies before, but I don't quote me for this because I couldn't fall back to the studies that I read in that many years ago. But I remember I came across a saying that says, if you take calcium, if you take more than 500 milligram per shot per one go, then it is not ideal in terms of how your body can utilize and absorb it. So again, don't quote me for that, but I remember I came across this very important point. But again, what I want to really instill here is that if you break out the intake, just like every product, self-essential, proflavanol, coquinone, coenzyme, you separate the small dosages and then you take it consistently throughout the day. Now, I know sometimes I say, ayo, I forget my daytime intake. Can I take 4 at one go at nighttime? Occasionally, yes, but not every time, right? And USANA is not rigid. It's not a rigid habit. We want to enforce, instill, you must die. Okay, no matter how you must die, follow this way. No, that's not a way to do and eat USANA, consume USANA. But of course, don't give yourself too much room for leniency. Yeah? Okay, you have to take. Yeah, someone asked me, Chandra, no boron. Okay, in Indonesia, see, I'm glad we have associate from Indonesia who's signing. Now, different countries I mentioned before in my slides, in my training, MACD is a must already. Okay, so I don't want you to say, oh, what is the benefit of boron? Easy benefit. Boron actually helps the absorption of calcium and magnesium into your system. But ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest and look at our transparent label here. The amount is minute, 330 milligram. Of course, a minute amount is better than nothing amount, no amount. Likewise, to be able to set a product in the market, better than no product in the market. Makes sense, right? USANA is a product that has to go through all the proper channel, regulatory, legal, and rules and different rules and guidelines set by the government and local governing bodies. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, focus on the big picture. Okay, so you talk about MACD plus R, not Rolando, ratio. If Rolando, you're here, give me a buzz. Talk about ratio, 1-to-1 ratio. And this extended, my friend, here's why USANA is transparent. It is extended to other products. I'm going to show you in my next slide. But you notice, right? Philippines label has a lot of story. It tells you how much from magnesium citrate and how much from magnesium carbonate. Why? Because we want to be transparent. In fact, if I want to be a businessman, I call myself a businessman, just pretend for a moment that Kenny right now is a businessman that wants to push a calcium product to my friends in the Philippines and other markets. So I can do it this way, right? I don't have to do all the lab. I can just sub it out to third party. Make sense? I can just make it out to third party, and I can cover everything here. What do I mean? I don't have to tell you how much magnesium carbonate, magnesium citrate, or best yet, I don't have to tell you the elemental amount, the net amount of magnesium I use in my product. I just cover this part up, then I show you this part. Then you see, wow, big number, 350 milligram magnesium citrate and 245. Wow, your product is so rich in calcium, magnesium, and it's cheaper than USANA. It must be a very good product. It must be a more valuable product to purchase. That's the mindset a lot of people have, right? Remember I mentioned the latest one, the latest science studies may not be the safest one, right? Likewise, what you see on the label, the biggest amount as represented on the label may not give you the whole picture, may not give you the real picture. And then this is the common trap and pitfall that uninformed consumers are being trapped into right now. You have a responsibility as a USANA leader, USANA associate, go on and share. Don't be afraid of sharing. The more you share, the better you are, the more eloquent, the more, well-versed you are. If people point out something that you don't know, hey, don't create things from air. Fall back to company guidelines, fall back to company information, your team, okay? Then you get the right information. When you share, people appreciate more. And when you promise to follow up, right, please remember to follow up. If you don't follow up, other competitors follow up. That's it. People host, it is a competitive business anyhow, right? Then we extend it to, what is this? Substantial, right? Tell me the ratio. Tell me the R here between magnesium and calcium. So precise, 56.25. As you take MAGNECALD, is 1-to-1 ratio. When you take our substantial, must be also 1-to-1 ratio. So imagine if you take calcium and MAGNECALD 1-to-1 ratio, and then the ratio in substantial is 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 or no 1-to-1 ratio. So when you add them both together, what happens? The ratio becomes not 1-to-1 anymore, right? So it is the little thing, minute details that makes us stand out from the crowd. And this tiny thing, you add up, it become a big picture. Okay. Now some people actually ask me, hey, again, the chat is sent to everyone. Min, can I have a full name? It seems like someone I know. Okay, let me know your full name. If you don't mind, you can message me privately. Here's the thing, on labels here, different countries have different regulations, right? Some countries, they round out the figure. Some countries, they round down the figure. Again, I want to, please private message me your full name. I think I know you from somewhere because I cannot assume that you are a person. Okay, please do that for me. I'm glad you asked me this question, but again, allow me to take this opportunity to tell you and everyone, don't focus on these minute details. Then you compare already, 124, other market 125, the market 1 milligram more, point also 1 point more. Where we go by the market. No, some market they round out, some market they round down, some market even they round to the nearest 10 or to the nearest 100. All these have to abide the law set by the local governing bodies. Hey, my friend Min, you haven't, everyone can see Min, but I want Min to, okay, thank you for PM me. I wouldn't say a full name, okay? Thank you for asking me this question, okay? And I want everyone to know, when you look at every tiny things, right? We look at the pictures, right? Big pictures, right? And spare your effort, don't focus just on the minute things because it wears you down easily. And if you want to compare really, just by compare labels, I can do another 1 hour training. Compare labels of the Philippines versus Indonesia, Philippines versus Malaysia, Malaysia versus Singapore, that kind of label. We can do it in an hour of training. But that's not my point. My point is focus on the big picture. That big picture is made up by USANA, tiny little things that makes us unique and the best supplements company out there. And MAGNECALD is, of course, for everyone. And I'm going to break it down to certain age group that I want you to know that, hey, when you go out to share, why you must focus this group? Well, adult women, which age 18 and 39, women 18 to 39. Don't ask me, what if my downline or prospect, her age is 39 and a half, which category should she fall into? My head will explode. Yes, I heard people tell me, he is not exactly this age, he is this and half. Oh, he's 1 month shy of 40. I don't know what to say. Some of you laugh at it. Yes, you know your age. Hey, sometimes we tell our group members age. We don't tell them our exact age, right? It, I wouldn't say it only falls to a particular gender. No, guys also do that. Girls also do that. Same, men and women do that. So you yourself know your age. So you must convince yourself you must take calcium. Why? If you're 18 to 39, you should change the slide. So you should take it. Why? Because of bone, your teeth, your nails. Okay, and we have women. They have women. They have a stage in their life called menopause, right? That would actually affect the absorption, the utilization of calcium, and a lot of impact to their bone health too. Okay, so please, my friend, you know your age, you convince yourself first. Don't hentam. In Malay, we call hentam. Don't assume he or she is that particular age group. That is pretty rude in a way, because if he is young and you say he or she is look older than she looks, set right, free radicals. Okay, and then if he or she is that particular age which is older, then they assume that he's young, right? Then he has to keep the lie, keep the facade going. That also creates a lot of free radicals, because your brain has a lot of gears that turning in. I have to keep up with the lie, keep the facade. Makes no point. Okay, now here's the thing. If you are women at this age group, okay, the 39.9, 999 or whatever, 9999, okay? But that's 1 day or 1 minute shy of 40. Okay. That's a magic number I don't want to jump into, okay? It helps in this area. And then if you're a woman 40 plus, okay, why 40 plus? Why we segment into this group? Because as you reach another phase of life, you need the calcium. Not only, I need to zoom in my face a bit, not only for your bone health, but also for your mood health. Before the start of the, what do you call it, the presentation, someone already typed in the chat room, how come I take your product MAGNECALD already? I feel relaxed, I feel sleepy. Because calcium and magnesium in the right ratio helps in, what do you call it, helps in the mood regulation. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I use a non-tape right now. Okay, a non-tape right now. I need to stop sharing if I couldn't get out of it again. Okay, healthy mood regulation. See, we expand beyond bone. We expand beyond bone, and then we can be. Sorry. Okay. I'm stuck again here. It helps in your muscle relaxation, proper muscle function. And that's why someone said, you have heard this before, they take calcium already, they feel sleepy, they feel relaxed, and lose bowel movement, lose stool, or frequent toilet visits. Let me know in the comment section, in the chat room. Have you heard this before? No? I just want to give an example. Now, I just want to get how many people. If you don't know this, if you're first time hearing this, then I hope this is beneficial for you. The calcium, magnesium, MAGNECALD, take already, what happened? Oh, sleepy. Then, take already, easily go toilet. Hey, I don't see that as an issue. First and foremost, let me joke a bit. I tell it straight to your face. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, sister. MAGNECALD or not, you also everyday sleepy one, right? Got take MAGNECALD or not take MAGNECALD, you everyday sleepy one, right? So what does it matter? Really matters a lot if you take MAGNECALD already, then you're sleepy slightly a little bit more. Huh? And then helps your bowel movement. As long as it doesn't create a trouble that affects your lifestyle, your work habits. What was it? Why is it so bad about having frequent toilet visits? Would you have more toilet visits within a normal range versus no toilet visit for a few days? The decision is up to you. Oh, this, my friend Shirley White, I definitely remember you. And he sent a message to everyone. It helps in sometimes alleviating menses cramp, menses pain, right? Yes, we have. But sometimes because of rules and regulation, we cannot simply just go and say that it helps in this area. Okay, again, the Philippines have a very strict rule that there are a lot of claims that I cannot make because of the rules that I need to respect. But yes, all this feedback we heard before. Now, how about watery stool, my friend? Watery stool is a different story. Okay, if you take already, it's called diarrhea. You have nothing out. Okay, most of them you're passing water. That's not ideal. If you take MAGNECALD, you have diarrhea. The simple source is to reduce it for a day, right? You take 2 and 2, right? Why don't you change it to 2 and 1? 2 and 1 still cannot. 1 and 1. 1 and 1 also cannot. 1 and 0. 1 and 0 also cannot. 0 and 0. In that sense, alternate days. That day you take, that day you stop. Rarely I heard people say, I cannot take even 1 per day. No. Over my years as a scientist or my years as a senior nutritionist, no. Okay? So I still have a few more slides to go. Are you guys enjoying my training so far? Because I always talk until overrun. Okay? Let me know in the comment section, chat room, whether you enjoy the training so far. Okay? I'm gonna exit. Stop sharing. Okay? Thank you so much for your positive comments, my friend. Wherever you are in the Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, North America. Okay? I'm gonna clear and exit. Here's the thing. I cannot see my cursor. That's why I don't know where I can stop the share. Just like, oh goodness. Just bear with me for a while. This is why though I hate using Anointed right now because it's kind of eat into my training time. But anyway, we're over already. What's more? Overrun a few minutes more, right? Thank you for what? I see a lot of people say, they have a lot of what they are focusing throughout my training. That's the point, right? Training should be fun. Likewise, if you can emulate and you go and share with your friends. Finally. Okay. If you go and share, the sharing should be fun, informative. Okay. Fall back to the fact if you don't know. Then we go to men. Men, you know how old you are. Okay. 18 to 35. We don't have a period of life called menopause. We don't have a so-called a sudden decline in the way how our body utilizes calcium and magnesium. But men, we need MACD, magnesium, calcium, vitamin D to support not only your muscle, your bones, but also replenish mineral from heavy sweating, right? Now, next time when you drink electrolyte drinks, of course, we have these active nutrition electrolytes. And from Mario's information, yes, definitely it's in the pipeline whereby Philippines will launch it. I know for sure Malaysia, Singapore is going to launch it. Hong Kong and Taiwan already launched. Now, if you sweat a lot, you're losing a lot of minerals, electrolytes in that sense. So helping your body replenishing all these important minerals and electrolytes, take MAGNECALD. And this would be a very, a sound point, it sounds like music to those who like to go to gym, bodybuilders, gym goers, likes to keep fit, right? So you need to tell them, hey, next time if you consider yourself taking a lot of sport drink, I know there are a lot of sport drinks out there with 0-calorie sport drinks. I know. You say, I can replenish minerals without gaining extra calories. I know. I'm not stopping you to take your electrolyte. You should increase or decrease your intake and adjust the timing of your intake as well. It helps. So when you give your body the best products from USANA, this is my last slide. When you give your body the best products from USANA, rest assured that you can tell them if you're a healthy adult without underlying medical condition, you can take a product as per recommended in the long run. A keyword, as per recommended. Don't come and tell me how much calcium is too much. I'm not going to announce it anymore because it's in my time. I'm going to give you one of the last links from today that I specially prepared for you. And the links, even though it only comes from askthescientist.com, it's only applicable to our US audiences. But I still believe that this would be a good referencing source for everyone. I'm going to share in the chat room right now. Save it as well. I usually share it a few times, the same link, in hope you can get it. Share right now. Don't talk about too much calcium before you're not even getting the baseline or not even getting the optimal amount. I'm glad that many of us come to the meeting today, whereas there's about 300 people. Whatever you learn today from me, emulate, replicate. It is very easy, simple messages, and so many pointers you can share with your team. Next time when you do your own team training, right, you must understand one thing to them. USANA is based on science. Science, the good thing about science is that whether you agree or disagree, a fact is a fact. This is not a debatable point. We're not talking about ideas where we can debate. You may be right, he or she may be right, the other party may be right. We're talking about science. And the best part, and I like this quote very much, whether you agree or disagree, science is always a fact. And you cannot dispute fact. Are you guys following me, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. Today's presentation was very, what do you call it? Like I said, was very impactful because I have full 1 hour, in fact, more than 1 hour to talk about a single product. And this single product may not be the product that first come to everyone's mind when it comes to USANA. Essentials will be everyone's mind, or maybe Nutriment that comes to everyone's mind when we talk about USANA. But even a simple product, may I say second tier product. Second tier may not be sounds so good, but you get the point, for the lack of better words, better phrase, right? Second tier products. If I can share until to this point, you can trim it further by taking the points that suit the training style and your team style. You're already, you're already well covered, if I may say so. And then, of course, I want to thank Meryl and the Philippines team for having me. Again, we've been doing a lot of talk health and science education information. We want everyone to know how USANA, what USANA really is. And we have a team of dedicated scientists like me to go and share to help to cultivate the, should I say cultivate? I shouldn't say cultivate, to tailor the pointers that suits each market. When it comes to Philippines market, I will usually give a label in the Philippines market because the Philippines market's label has a lot of information. Likewise, Australia and New Zealand has a lot of information. Sometimes there's a last pointers that I want to share. Sometimes when I go to training and when I find that the country's label is simple because the government allows it to be simple, then I will compare the same product with another product that has the same formula. Then I will say, oh, there is a lot of similarities. Okay, the same formula, but there are a lot of similarities, but there are a lot of information there. For example, I can always think of Indonesia's label. If you are Indonesia's associate, give me a shout out. Indonesia labels is one of the few rare country labels whereby they actually listed out the possible side effects from taking the product. Yes, you heard me right. You take the product, what side effects can occur in the product is listed in Indonesian's label. So we learn a lot, not only from, you learn a lot from me, I also learn a lot from you. When you guys ask me question each time, I enforce my knowledge. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy this training, the best thing you can do for me is you replicate the training to your downlines, to your teams, to those you really want to share about health, about the prospect of business, about the true science behind USANA. Share with me. And you're going to do me a lot of credit already. And I will be very happy already. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It has been my pleasure. Okay? And I hope you enjoy my wallpaper too. Again, Naruto.
All right. Thank you so much, Kenny. It was really a fun and interactive training. So there were a lot of information that you have shared to us, but we were able to